Hi, welcome back to Commit to the Bit. I'm Kate Spencer.
And I'm Patricia Bab.
And today, our guest, who was actually born on April Fool's Day, is a Chicago-based comedian known for being insanely popular online, the likes of TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of it. She's hot off the run from her one-woman show at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and is currently on the show The Righteous Gemstones and touring with fellow comedian Fibula. She's one of my longtime personal faves, Maggie Winters!
Oh my
God! Thank you. Wow.
Sorry,
I tripped you up
cannot
with
speak.
my insane, amazing statistic. I don't know what's the background. That was very nice. Thank you.
Of course, yeah. I stalked you down deep. Found out you were born on April Fool's Day.
Yes, my life's a joke. Basically, it's a fucking.
But born as a bit, so
Yes.
you're the whole thing has been a bit, really.
I was, yes, the whole thing. I was born and my mom had both of my brothers, and then my uncle and aunt had 6 boys. So when I was born, basically on the winter side, I get into it. I never stop talking. There was like a woman wasn't born for 80 years, like on my dad's side. So when
80?
Yeah, like my great aunt was the last winter's woman born. So then when I was born, they were like, the doctor was like, it's a girl, and my mom was like, haha, awesome. And then he was like, no, it really is. And they were like, oh my God, like, but they did. Of course, my grandpa called my brothers and was like, your mom had twin boys, and they were like, yes, we're so happy.
And he was like, psych,
psych, little girl, surprise.
Gotcha. Oh my God, so you're like the original People's Princess, like.
Oh yeah, and I act like it too. No.
Wow. And so then you became a comedian.
Yes, people do that, like, it was fate, and I'm like, I guess, like, I think it was more from the bullying I got, but yeah, we'll go with the birthday. Yeah, we'll go with the birthday. Yeah, that works better.
It's definitely a cuter tagline.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday, not the bullying.
Yeah.
Not
absolutely.
the trauma, not the childhood trauma.
Not the trauma, yes. I'm so happy to be here, though.
You have no idea. We are so excited to have you. We've been just like following you for a very long time. You just kind of appeared, and I feel like everyone knows who you are now. Like, you're just so funny.
Really scary
That's
stuff.
it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Period.
all I've ever wanted, and now I'm like, stop.
I think I followed you on Twitter since like the birth of Twitter.
It's very funny because some people will still be like, oh, you're a Twitter comedian. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I was on Twitter at some point. Yes. And they're like, to me,
you're still on Twitter. You do numbers.
I do. I did come back because I feel like I took like a year, like 6 months off when like Elon took over. And I support him if you guys do. If you guys support him.
Hey, let's just get it out there. Like, big Elon podcast.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. I just was, if you guys love him, I love him.
I drive a Tesla truck.
Yeah.
Those are so beautiful. I love those.
Prettiest car ever. Yeah.
So cool. So
yeah, I took a break but then everyone was like I was like, I'm jealous. I want to get back on there. So I'm not doing it as much as I did, but I definitely, when I have the worst thought possible, I say, let me put that online.
let's get my fingers typing.
Let's get it online. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait, so okay, well then that's like the perfect segue of all time. How did you become a full-time comedian? Because if my research is correct, you have quit day jobs.
Yes.
You this is you.
This is
me
now.
This is the day job.
Yeah, I have been doing comedy for like 10 years. This is the day job was working at a tech company. And to be totally transparent, I was like, I'm going to quit when I go to Edinburgh. I'm going to do it. And they were like, surprise, we will be letting you go. But jokes... The joke is on, I worked there for 7 years. The joke is on them because that means I got severance and unemployment.
Oh, slay.
Period.
Huge slay. So I was like, you guys actually fucked up on that part. No, it was no bad blood. I was actually like, this pushed me out. This gave me the push I needed, to like, and then at the same time, like, it was kind of lining up that I did a couple shows with Connor Fibula, shout out. And he was like, do you want to come on my fall tour? And I said, absolutely I do. So.
Is that's happening RN, right?
Yes, we were just in Ohio, of all the places you could be. Columbus, Cincinnati, and Toledo.
How many tour dates do you have?
Oh my God. We go to Raleigh next weekend, then we go to Florida, then we go to
Oh my, are you
we have
guys
a
sharing
bunch,
a
yeah.
bus? Are we on a bus?
I wish. No, he lives in LA, so we usually just like I mean, I just started, so like I met him in Ohio and then forced him to drive because I'm a bad driver around the
Love.
state. But then like Raleigh, we just like show up and it's only in Raleigh. So for 3 nights we don't have to drive anywhere.
Oh, nice.
Florida,
Nice.
we're gonna have to figure it out. I go through every city. I'm like, and oh no, I don't know.
Your travel plans for everyone. You're like, we might get a tandem
Yeah.
bike. We don't know yet.
we we did have trouble. We had to rent a car, and I've never rented a car because I'm a bad driver. But I was like willing to do it, and they were like, "Oh," he's like, "I'll just do it." And they were like, "You owe us money from like 20 years ago," and he was like, "What?" And they were not 20 years ago. He's only like 20, so it doesn't make no. He's not. He's 20. Anyways, he couldn't rent without paying this like, and then I was like, I'll just rent it, and they were like, well, now that we know that he owes the money, we can't like let him in one of our rental cars. And I was like, what? So
And you were like, do you know who we are?
they probably could give two fuck. They found out, they're like, what are you doing here? We're like, we're doing comedy. And they were like, you guys? We were like, yeah. They're like, you two are the comedians?
They were like backstage helpers for
Yeah, like-
the comedy.
Literally like gave us the look like, what? Wait, what? But we figured it
They're like,
out. Oh,
Dave
yeah.
Chappelle? Question mark?
They're like, you're a woman though. I'm like, and this guy's a little skinny guy. I'm like, oh, okay, let me be.
He's in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of driving, I also read you didn't get your driver's license until you're 31.
31 years old. Now I'm 34.
What? I have a secret to tell you.
What?
Petra over here is 20. She's 28 and she ain't got no driver's license either.
Girl, it's okay. Don't let them get you down, okay?
Thank you.
Because they're gonna come for you a lot. Because they still come for
I-
me. Because I still barely drive because I don't have a car. So it's like, and then people don't really want me to let me use their car because they're like, you can't. I took driving school. I want to be clear about that. I want to be open and honest and clear.
What pushed you at 31 to go for it? Because I think Petra maybe needs like a little like
yeah,
push.
give me a pep talk.
So first of all, I was like, if I can take driving school, like that will make me feel more confident. I was just like, I'm just scared of the road. I could fly anywhere all day, every day. I probably could fly a plane before I could like drive. Like that's how I feel. I'm like, get me in the
You
air.
go to pilot
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
But the biggest push that I got was like two things. I wanted to have, this is so stupid, but like I was watching some like action movie and I remember like someone had to like get away, or like a murder movie and like get away from a murderer, and I was like, I want to be able to know how to drive a car just for like if something happens where they're like, we need someone to drive a car, and I'm like, I can do it actually. Like I don't want to be like, well, I can't. Guess we'll die. Like
But like all of us.
yes. I wanted the
You're-
basic skill.
You're calling an Uber with like
Literally.
an iron murder, like
That's
in
what
your
I was like,
house.
hold on, let me get the Uber. Like I just wanted to have the skill. Or like I have nieces and nephews now, and if they were ever in like an emergency, I want to be like able to call me. So that was a big part. But then when I took driving lessons, they were the best people in the world. And the guy the first day was like, first of all, think of the dumbest person you've ever met. And I was like, okay. He's like, they have their license. And I was like, fuck, that's so true. Like stupid loser idiots are driving every day.
Who is that person? Who's the dumbest person?
And
you
their
know? Sorry,
name
go ahead.
is I say it loud and I say it proud. No, but it's true. Like everyone's driving, and like people are driving drunk, high, eating full
Totally.
meals. Like it's crazy out here, and I'm scared. I'm like, and everyone's. When I took the driver's test, she's like, "You're such a good driver," and I was because I'm like holding the wheel. I'm not like listening to any. And she was like, why did you wait so long? And I was like, because I'm scared.
Totally.
I'm
Well,
scared of other
that's actually-
people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah.
I needed that though. That was actually really great. I think I'm gonna go drive right now, you guys.
Bye, Petra.
Bye. Love you guys.
Okay, we want to know more about your
Petra.
childhood. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, we're gonna dive into that. Let's pivot from driving. I also did a lot of
I'm like,
stalking on you.
so do you
Sorry.
believe in God?
I'm
Yeah.
like very, very different pivot, very, very natural pivot. Okay, here we
Yes, I
go.
loved it.
With I'm so sorry. I really, really stalked your Instagram and went all the way down.
Please.
I saw that you
That's
were
what
a
it's
part
there
of
for.
the yes, you were part of the Disney college program. I need to know more about
Yes.
this.
Yes, I fucking was. I love to self-label as a Disney adult because it, like, makes people
Hell
so
yeah.
mad. People are like, "No, but
Totally.
you're not really one," and I'm like, "No, I'm a full one," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a sicko." Um,
I'm a sicko.
I'm a pervert.
I'm like fucked, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucked in the head. Actually, in my stand-up, I say, when I talk about Disney, I say, "I wanna fuck Goofy," and people are like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. He's tall." Um,
He's
basically
tall.
he's tall. Um, basically, my mom's a Disney adult, but it's funny because she doesn't like wear any Disney apparel. She doesn't have any like Disney stuff. She's like, it's like more twisted because she just like loves
Do
going,
you?
um, like have stuff and apparel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's funny is I now do have a Walt Disney World shirt and a Tower of Terror shirt. Those are my two.
Okay. But you're
But
not like merched out.
not much
Because
time.
I
I'm
think
not trading
okay.
pins. I'm not what's like I don't have like people I know have like tattoos of like the
Tattoos,
castle and
yeah.
stuff. Like I would never do that. And then my friends are like, "You'd get a hidden Mickey," which is like, I'm like, "Yeah, I probably would." And now I'm like, "Damn, I am like they're getting me. Like they're getting me. Like I would do
You're
this
like
stuff."
it's like quicksand, yeah.
Yes, but like when my mom like we like loved it growing up. We just like love the parks, and sometimes the like idea of planning a trip is like better than the even trip is, which is like so
Yeah.
sick. But I was like after college, I was like I want to do something fun, and I just like knew you could apply to this thing and live and work in Disney. And I was a carny for 6 months in Tomorrowland, the Magic Kingdom. Does that make any sense to you guys?
Yes.
I'm following. Did you know? Actually, of course you know. You know what? I'll say it really quick and then we'll move on. You can pay like $9,000 per person to have someone take you around Disney and like
Yes.
pop.
Ooh, that's VIP, and you know about them because they wear like plaid vests. So if someone's ever been led around with like a plaid vested person, they're rich, money, or
Like get
celebrity.
on your knees for them.
Get on your knees for them. That's my.
Okay.
This is so funny because I was just talking about this today, where I was like, some people have dream. Like one of my dreams is to get enough money to like be able to do that for my family.
Yeah.
And my family's like, we will take like a house. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be. I'll VIP you guys.
They're like, we have so many like
Yeah.
life-saving surgeries that we need.
Yeah. I'm like, no, you're gonna be going to Disney VIP. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. So
Oh
at
my
what
God.
point were we at Disney College and we were like, actually, I'm gonna be like a world famous like online personality like comedian?
Well, I was there for 6 months, and then they were like, "Do you want to renew and do another 6 months?" But like, you're in Orlando, you're in this bubble of Disney. It's like not good for your brain. So I was like,
Okay.
I want, and you're working nonstop, horrible hours and whatever. So I was like, I need to leave. Because I wanted to come back to Chicago and do improv, which is like sounds really sad, but it wasn't the best time of my life. So I
Totally.
moved back home, and then like probably like a year after, because I was living at home for a while, moved to the city and started doing improv comedy.
Love.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
which was, yeah, you know, paid to do improv, which is kind of hard, kind of tough to say out loud, but is the truth.
Wait, that's actually amazing.
That's
I
like
do
such a
improv
big
and
flex.
I paid to do improv.
No, that's
Like
what I
I'm
said. Oh, no, I said I paid.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
sorry.
Sorry. You guys thought I said I got paid. No. Honey, I paid thousands of dollars.
I was gonna say I like UCB could like foreclose my house at this point. Like I have given so much of my money to them.
Same. I like to say I went to that was my grad school.
Oh, that's funny.
Which
That's a
was,
good bet.
yeah, my grad school was, yeah.
Maggie, did you always know you were like this funny, or was there like a moment in your like childhood when you were making other people laugh and you're like, I could do this. I can do this.
Definitely childhood. I always like did theater. I was definitely a theater girl and
Ugh,
wanted
me too.
attention. It's just how
So
it is. Like
sorry.
we just no, I know. And I think my niece is gonna be like she was just in Camp Rock the musical, and I was like, I'm so proud of her, but I also know the tough life she's about to lead. As a theater girl.
It's a canon event.
I
You just have to let it
yeah,
happen.
yes.
You're proud and you're mourning.
Yeah, I'm like, you could have been, I don't know. But when I ask her what she wants to be, she says like she's so fun, and she'll be like, I want to be a scientist and a model, and I'm like, and that's the way to do it for sure.
Yeah, that I actually know a lot of those.
A hot model, a hot scientist, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing work.
Bella Hadid is like, she made the COVID vaccine. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, oh, wow, I'm so proud of her.
Yeah,
know, she's great.
super cool. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah, she keeps it on the DL.
And she's
But go
so
ahead and tell
humble.
your niece that.
I will tell my I'll be like, Winnie, I have news. She'll be like, who's Bella Hadid?
That's
Um,
totally.
I did start. It was funny is like I started making people laugh in like 6th and 7th grade. I used to do an impression of there was a show on MTV called Rich Girls. Did you ever hear about this?
Okay.
It was with um Tommy Hilfiger's daughter, Lauren Hilfiger,
Okay.
and
Hell
then
yeah.
her like best friend who her dad was also rich, but I don't like know what he did, but it was like it was like a reality show about them too. And one of the scenes, the one girl is like looking for her limo. She's like, "Where's my limo?" And then she realizes her like best gay friend like took it. So she like calls him on the phone. She's like, "You can't just steal someone's limo, Michael. That's my limo." And I remember like doing that at school, and people were like cracking the fuck up. And I that was the moment that I was like, "Oh, like I'm in. I got this. Like
Yeah,
I'm making these
locked
people
in.
laugh. I'm locked and
You're like,
loaded."
Mom, buy me a microphone.
Yes, yeah, I'm ready to do this. I was so scared to do stand up though. Like I was like I never ever thought I would do it because I was like, that's scary, scary, scary. That's boys, and I do improv. That's for girls.
The two genders,
Yeah.
right? Right. Okay. Well, then when did you start stand up? When did you make the big old leaparoonie?
Leaparoonie happened in 2019. I was like, yeah, I was like, I have to do something that like I can do solo, and like I just noticed a lot of people, especially like New York, LA, were like doing a lot of shows, and then that's like people just started knowing people based on like posters online. Even like you'd be like, oh, well, you'd see names, and I was like, I can't really be posting like improv clips, let's be honest. So people do, but like it's not solo work here. So I was like,
Yeah.
let me try stand up. So I took this class in Chicago called FemCom, which was started by Carmen Esposito, and it's to get women to do stand up. Basically, it's like a 6-week class. You just like write 5 minutes. Which I remember thinking that 5 minutes was so long, and then at the end you perform it. And then after that, just like started doing like small shows. I did a lot of like instead of doing open mics because I hated them, I would open for improv shows. And like those
That's
people
so
would be
cool.
so like excited that you just like weren't also improv, so they'd be like woohoo, like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like a route I liked because I did not like open mics. And then 2020 came, famously a lot happened.
Wait, what
And
happened?
Wait, what happened? Oh, jinx!
you guys are not gonna want to hear this. You guys are not gonna, but it's okay because Bella Hadid saved it, so it's fine.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank God for model scientists.
Yeah, model scientists figured out that there was something bad happening in the water. But yeah, I had to like pause a little bit, obviously, but then did like outside shows. But at the same time, deeply wanted attention, so that's kind of why I started posting videos online because I was like, gonna need some love from strangers.
The real vaccine.
The real
actually.
vaccine is love from strangers.
Love from- Okay, I love that. That's so stupid. I love it.
Okay, and so was your one woman show at The Fringe, the one and only, was that a full stand up show? Sorry, I do not know. Please don't be mad.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
This-
it's Marguerite is just like basically like about me, and it's a lot of like storytelling stand up. Like it kind of leans more storytelling. What's funny is like after doing the Fringe is such a weird, wild thing, and I think I had a hard time, and I don't think enough people talk about like that it's really fucking hard. You have to do your show every single night, and if you're not like a success, then you're kind of doing it to like for people who like want to sometimes love you, sometimes want to kill you. Um Mostly, yeah, and I think at the end of like doing the show for so long, I was like, I'm done with this show forever. But like, I still might want to record it. But it's just like, yeah, it was just funny. Like that's the end of like doing the show for so many years. I was like, goodbye, bitch. No, I love her still.
Every night for a month doing anything, like literally imagine like the best thing you've ever done in your life. I'm telling you, I'm like, can you imagine?
No, it's true though. It's I don't.
Yeah,
I think
that's
in my
intense.
mind it sounded like I was like, oh, I just perform every night and that's easy. Like I can do it. But then if you have a
Yeah.
bad show and then the next night you want to like go to sleep, it's like. And my show was at 11 p.m., which was like the dumbest thing I could have ever done. So everyone else would be like, let's go to dinner and then we'll have a drink and then we'll go to bed at 10. And then I'd be like, okay, well, my show's at 11. So it was just like, I'm just starting my day kind of at 11. So
Just like kind of revving up right
yeah,
now.
truly.
Damn.
And then I couldn't like come down from that. I'd end at midnight and then be like trying to like get into the sleepy zone and like go to sleep at like 3 a.m. every night. It was kind of the
Yeah.
crazy cuckoo.
God damn.
What was
Yeah.
your favorite show that you saw?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I had seen it before, but I lived with Kat Cohen and her show Come For Me was so good.
Love.
She sings and she's just doing the damn thing. And then I'm trying to think what other this comic Dan Tieran, he's British. And
British.
he's British and he got me good.
Choose, Jay. Love
His
that.
kind of whole thing was like this. No, it was good. It was
That's so show.
it's so funny because they like make fun. They like hate us over there. You know this?
And I would too. Did you just hear what I did?
I know, but like they need to like look in the mirror a little bit too because they're like doing some bullshit. That's why I have to give. Patty Harrison was the only show I saw that like gave it back to them. She'd be like, "Oh, you want to go to the pub after this?" And I'd be like, "Thank you," like because they do be saying that kind of shit. Like, let's go to the pub, get a pint.
And you can only say that so much.
You can only say "let's get a pint" so fucking much. And every night I was having pints. I was like, "How am I having another pint of cider tonight?"
You like blink and there's a pint in your hand.
Yeah. Oh, it was sick. It's very expensive too. The Fringe, like it's supposed to be for artists.
Who just went and she had to raise $15,000.
Yeah.
God damn.
They're like it's for artists. It's like for rich artists. It's just it's goofy.
Yeah, for million billionaires, and so that means you have a lot of money. Is what you're saying?
I'm this unmade bed behind me. Yeah. Yeah.
It's really expensive, which sucks for most people.
This bed doesn't need sheets. It's kind of like its own thing. Truly.
So, do you want to tell us your bits?
I would love to tell you my bits.
I'm just so excited.
I'm a revved the fuck.
Well, I feel like mine are. I was like some of these. I feel like other people, and I was like texting people I know. I was like, "What bits do I do?" And
you're like, "So have I ever made a joke?
do I ever like do bits?" Well, this is like okay. So I think a lot of people do this one, but I definitely do it a lot. Is saying jail to things.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Okay, good. I say jail a lot just to things I don't like. Like I recently was made aware of it because I was I was drunk, I was high, and I was yelling about how I don't like 30
the start of that
relationships that are like 30 plus years apart. I think it's gross. I think it's jail is what I think.
Yeah.
So I was like yelling and I was like jail. Every person they were naming because people tried to be like, well, what about this couple? And I'm like jail. And this girl was like, she didn't get at me saying jail. Like she was like, what do you mean when you say jail? Like, do you think it should be illegal? And I was like, I just mean go to jail. Like I don't know. I can't explain it any further.
You're like, I literally mean criminal punishment.
Yeah, go to jail. And people are like, it's not. It's just what it is. Like. If I see someone doing something there that's a little bit off, jail for you. I'm sorry. I'm like, I feel like I'm a judge, and if I was a judge, it'd be bad. Everyone would be in jail. I'd be one of those. They'd be like, they didn't do anything, and I'd be like, correct, jail.
You just like be banging that hammer.
They're like this is divorce. We're trying to get divorced, and I'd be like, you both have to go to jail.
Yeah, 30 years apart. Jail.
Yeah, 30 years for jail, and they'd be like, what the hell? I think just saying the word. Say it.
But Kanye has that like whole song where it's like, guess who's going to jail tonight? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard that song in my Wait, I need more details. I have to have more details.
Guess who's going to jail tonight? Guess who's going to jail tonight? And it just like keeps saying that at the beginning. I'll send it to you later. Anyway, I was at a Dave Chappelle. Okay, that's not true. I was at a 9/11 memorial show.
Wait.
Very different from a Dave Chappelle show.
I was at a Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. Never mind. 9/11.
I keep getting those two mixed up.
Canceled this early in the podcast.
That is good. I always confuse those two too. I always confuse 9/11 and Dave Chappelle. Always.
Always. Oh my God.
They're easy to, they get flip-flopped in my head. Anyway, every joke, his punchline would be, he'd like raise his hand and like the Kanye song would play. So he'd be like, if he was you, which people also confuse the two of you, he'd be like, couples 30 years apart, guess who's going to jail tonight?
Yes, that is exactly. Guess who's going to jail? I can't wait to look this song up.
I'm doing it like really good justice. So anyway, I just named like two very
Say it. Come on.
They're just controversial people, and it's just like tough,
And because you said it, jail.
For me,
yeah,
jail.
Jail. I definitely, was not the first person to say that. I think Sarah Squirm says it a lot, and we love her. Unless you guys don't, then fuck her.
Then like wherever you
fuck
stand,
her,
I stand.
I'm cool with that.
All right, next bit, Queen.
I was thinking, this is one I want to bring back doing more, but I love to do the bit when you're in like a big group and one person says something that's like a little bit like either like too goofy or everyone's like one of those. I like to go to the person and go, "Can I talk to you over here?" You know, like,
Yes.
we didn't like that. We as a group didn't like that. I'm gonna have to talk to you over here about that. Like, I'm your boss. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Pull them aside.
Hey, I've you just said something we all hated, and I have to talk to you about that over here. I used to do it. I feel like my friends would be like, no, don't do this to me. And I'd be like, no, we're gonna have to go talk over here because what are you doing to me? Or like taking them to the side and be like, don't embarrass me in front of these people, even though it's like, oh, you're just your friends, and be like, this is a big day for me, and you're embarrassing me. I should start pretending this is my wedding day, and you're gonna do this in front of me. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Like The Godfather.
Yes, yeah. My daughter.
Oh
that's all I know. My daughter.
That was so good. Kate and I do this thing where we it was so good. That was so good. Kate and I do this thing where we go, hey, sidebar, that was not great. Or did you really mean that? What you said about me earlier? Sidebar, just like sidebar real quick in front of everyone.
Petra will grab like the under of my arm, like when a mom's like really mad at a kid, you know, and like pull them to the side and go, like not okay.
You're not gonna do that to me here.
You're gonna knock it off. And, like, really hit each syllable.
Knock it off.
I'm gonna count to 3.
Yeah.
Talking with the teeth closed. I swear to God.
Do that again in front of my friends and our esteemed guests.
We are at the White House right now. That is Joe Biden over there.
It's a man asleep.
That one really got me.
Man dead asleep. That one's fun. That one's fun in a big group. It really gets people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know when I started doing that one, but I was like really trying to think of like, it's funny when you like text, like I was texting my friends and asking, because sometimes they're just like, you're loud. I'm like, well, that's not a bit. That's just like me.
I know. I can't stand people.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, so what makes me funny? People are like, you're like rude and like, and I'm like, yeah, perfect. I'll say that on the podcast.
Oh, that's great. I actually get a lot of very, very sweet DMs from all the girls that go on Connor Wood's tour, because his shows are just for 25-year-old girls. It's amazing. And I'll get DMs. But one time I got this DM from a girl that was like, I think it was from Texas. And this girl was like, I never thought I could be loud or myself, but then I saw you perform and I thought I could be myself. Like I could be me. And I hope you keep. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I understand what she was saying, but she said it so insane. She was like, I always am quiet, but now I'll be loud because of you.
She's like, when you got up there and you bellowed into that microphone for an hour, you really touched something.
I said that. Yeah, I'm like, oh, God. Should I shut the fuck up? Is that what you're telling me?
She's like, it's so nice to see other annoying women on
Yeah,
stage.
that's exactly what I got. Like, I was like, okay. I didn't open it. Obviously, I like opened it, but I didn't like accept it. I was like, goodbye, girl. Peace and love to you forever.
Oh my god. Do you have another bit for us?
Yes. Well, this is one that I asked my friend Jack. Shout out to Jack. And
Love you, Jack.
she was like screaming at people that, and her examples were not that you're not that you're trying your best, not a billionaire, not a genius. Like, so sometimes I feel like if someone's like criticizes me, they'll be like, like, well, you don't know, you're not doing that right. I think my reaction is to be like, well, I'm trying my best, like scream. Or like someone be like, why did you get like the discounted version of this thing? And I'll be like, oh, because I'm not a billionaire, like, which is so true. I definitely scream like just like get defensive for no reason.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, you didn't warm up this baby's bottle right. Well, I'm not a mother. That's like I don't know. That's kind of silly. This is
People
basically
are always mad at me about the bottle
screaming.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. It is funny when like I definitely have done it when people will be like, why can't you drive? And I'll be like, because I got my license at 31, like stuff like that. Like trying my that was a good one. She said definitely screaming.
That's a good
I
one.
love
That is
that.
so goddamn funny.
Oh, that is so good.
Because I'm not a genius.
I'm not a doctor. My parents are downstairs. We're like, what the fuck is she doing up there? Like, screaming her head off. Oh my
They're like, we
god.
are so proud of her.
We love they love every time I do something. They're like, did you write any new jokes today? I'm like, no. They're like, any new jokes for your show tonight? I'm like, no. I'm not gonna have new jokes for another 4 years. They're like, they don't want to come to shows because they're like, we already heard your jokes. I'm like, okay. Do you think Seinfeld does the same jokes, different jokes every show? They don't even like Seinfeld. That's just like my example. I don't know. Sorry, I'm
not Jerry Seinfeld.
Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Perfect.
I was on it.
Yes.
No jail for us.
No jail for
God,
us.
that's so
And
good.
I also asked my brother Bart, and I don't think he understood.
What's your brother's name?
Bart.
Okay.
And I want you to think about that. My name is Maggie. My brother's name is Bart.
Okay, thinking about it. Simpsons.
Yes. Bart, but he was born before the Simpsons, so they copied us.
Jail.
Jail. I said, what are bits that I do? And then he goes, you can talk about how every single person is actually unhinged. Like by the time you hit 30, realize everyone around you is insane in their own special way. Well, now what the fuck is he talking about? I think he thought maybe I asked for a bit, but my question says, what are bits that I do?
He's like, okay, I have the perfect concept.
He's like, oh, she's coming to me for the jokes. It's about time.
Isn't it so sweet though that he he wrote out this whole, he was like, okay, here's the perfect idea. Like it's very, very sweet, but I was like looking down going like, what the fuck is he saying? He's fucking goofing.
Oh my god.
My other brother Liam just said, when? Tonight? Okay, bye. Like no ideas there.
Okay, super big helpers.
Yeah, super big helpers. I mean, I do have to shout out Bart because he really thought about something for me to say. Oh, but it was the wrong context.
Like, okay, you're gonna do a bit about 30-year-olds.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I just can picture him like getting the text and like pacing around his room. He's like,
Yeah.
think, Bart, think. Give her something good.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
Love you, Bart.
Love ya. Yeah. Did I say 4? I feel like I.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You're like, I did it.
Well, no. What's crazy is I was like, I don't do any. I was like, I don't do any bits. I don't know.
You're like,
no
you're
bits.
like, good luck to me.
Yeah. Shout out.
Wow.
God,
Well,
so
we have taken 55 minutes exactly of your time, so we will free you back into the world. But thank you so much. We're truly huge fans.
Thank you so much. It was so fun. An honor to be here.
My heart
Thank
is like
you.
pounding getting to meet you. This is like so cool. I'm sorry. I know that's so lame, but I just gotta be honest. I gotta live in my truth, and I need to tell you.
No, that's so nice. I need it because I'm like in my parents' attic, like with this bed and my deodorant. Like I need this, please.
I just, yeah, you're truly the best, and we're so excited for your tour and any more Righteous Gemstones, and we'll be following along.
Thank you so much. Shout out.
Thank you. Anything that you want to shout out before you go?
Oh my god. Well, I'm doing the New York Comedy Festival with my friend Parker. If
Oh hell yeah!
if anyone's in New York and wants to come,
I will be. I
Thank
live
you.
here, so I'll be there.
November 8th, to be honest.
Oh my god, so fun! I will totally be there.
That's like the biggest thing. And then I'm obviously on tour with Fibula, but he like sells out his show, so probably can't get a ticket. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Goodbye.
You're like, that's enough. How do we end this?
I'm like, we're like genuinely holding her hostage.
No, I'm
now.
sorry. I'm sorry.